Hello. Alright, it's 8 p.m. So I will start the class now. So today, as you can see, I will be teaching Form 4 Chapter 3.2, the simultaneous equation with one linear variable and one non-linear variable. So before I start the class, uh, is everybody okay if I speak English all the time?
Okay, okay.
Okay. Okay, so a quick introduction about myself. So my name is Eng Tian Le. I'm a past SBM student, and I just got my SBM result yesterday. And I'm also I'm batch '06. So and this is also my first time teaching. So after this class, you can give me any recommendation about my improvement. So no more further ado, I will start the class now. So today, we will be learning simultaneous equation involving one linear equation and one nonlinear equation. So, before I continue, do anyone know what is a linear equation? It's okay. A linear equation is actually an equation with a highest power of 1. Like, for example, y equal to 2x plus 3 or x equal to 3y minus 2. This is a linear equation. So if a linear equation has the highest power of 1, then what is the meaning of nonlinear equation? Well, nonlinear equation is just the is just an equation, but the highest power is not 1. So it could be 2 and it could be 0. But in this case, we will be we will be getting a lot of like x squared equal to 2y plus 1. This type is a nonlinear equation. So basically, we we have two ways to solve a linear equation. So before the 3.1, you already know about the ways to solve a linear equation, right? There are substitution and elimination. So for nonlinear equation, mostly if the question asks, we will be using substitution method. Okay. So for example, we check the statement 1. So Chong has a rectangular garden. The length of the fencing, which will be used to fence the garden, is 200 meters. The area of the garden is 2,400 meters. So what is the length of the width of the garden? So now the question is asking us about the length and width. And the information we get is the length of the fencing is 200 meters. This means that the length of the length that cover the whole garden is 200 meters, as known as the perimeter, and the area of the garden will be 2,400 meters square. So now, anybody has question that to understand the question? Do anybody have problem understanding the question? All right, let's continue. So so by checking the question, we can tell that we have a rectangular garden. So we sketch a garden first. So this is our garden. All right. So we got the length and width. So length and width, we let them as a x and y. So we let x be the width and y be the length. And that the question just tells us the perimeter of the garden is 200 meters. So what is the perimeter? It's actually the sum of these two sides and sum of these two sides. So we got our first equation, which is 2x plus 2y equal to 200. So we label that as equation 1. And for the second equation, the area of the garden is 2,400 meters square. This means that the area, which is the length and width, is 2,400 meters square. And the length is x, the length is y, and the width is x. So if we multiply by both, we will get 2,400. This will be our second equation. So first, I will be teaching you with substitution method first. So now we're going to simplify the equation as much as possible. Let's check the second equation. Since I'm not allowed to simplify, so we just leave it right here. And for the first equation, clearly the 2x and 2y and the 200 could be cancelled. So we could write from here, from equation 1, 2x plus 2y equal to 200. And we could divide both sides by 2. We will get x plus y equals 100. So now, to use the substitution method, we must have an exact value of one variable. This means that either x or y need to be one of the value. So in this case, I will use x. So x will be equal to 100 minus y. This will be important later. And now we look at the question. We look at the equation number 2. So we can tell here xy equal to 2,400. So we will copy that from to xy equal to 2,400. But what is x? X is actually the 100 minus y over here. So if we substitute the 100 minus y into this, we will eventually find the value of y. So let's go ahead and do it. So I will replace the x with 100 minus y. 100 minus y multiplied by y is 2,400. And we will expand this. So we will get 100y minus y squared equal 2,400. So we need to make this a general form of quadratic equation. So we put the y over here and we put the 100y over here. We get y squared minus 100y equal to 2,400. So now we need, I minus 2,400. So we got y squared minus 100y plus 2,400 equal to 0. And now we will solve this quadratic equation. So how to solve? We can use the calculator. We can press mood 3 times. Mood. And press the 1 that shows EQN. And then you press the right button. And then it will show you degree with question mark. You press 2. This means that we are solving an equation with a second power. So now it will ask you for the a. In this case, the a is 1 because there's nothing before the y. So the a is 1. And the b is negative 100. And the c will be 2,400. Pressing this will result giving you two solutions. So when you press, you will see x1 equal to 60 and x2 equal to 40, right? But first, we must write that in the intersection form first. So how do we write that? We can write as x minus 60 multiplied by x minus 40 equal to 0. Oh, sorry, this is y. So from this quadratic equation, we found y equal to negative 60 and y equal to negative 40. And that is not the answer yet. Remember that we still have an x waiting for us. So look at this. X is equal to 100 minus y. So we know that x is equal to 100 minus y. We have two y values. This means that we must also have two x values too. So from that, we can continue with so when y is equal to 60, x will be equal to 100 minus 60. This means that x will be equal to 40. And the second solution, when y equal to 40, then x will be equal to 100 minus 40 equal to 60. So now we got both of the x, both of the y. We need to write them in a conclusion. So thus x equal to x equal to 60, y equal to 40, and the same as x when x equal to 40, y equal to 60. And that is the answer. So far, do you all have any questions? Or do you all confused in the middle of my explanation? Any questions? All right. All right, we can proceed.
No.
What? What? All right. So now we are going to do the same thing, but this time we will use elimination if the question asking for. So now we will write the same equation again. 2x plus 2y equal to 200. Xy equal to 2400. Okay, so now we were going to use elimination method. So how we are going to do? So you see there's an xy here, and we only have x or y here. So to do this, you must multiply x or y to must multiply either x or y to both sides. So if you multiply y here, let's say I multiply y here, and I have to multiply y here too. So 1 times y, we get that 2xy plus 2y squared equal to 200y. We are using elimination method, so the whole process will be a lot complicated. So now we have xy here, but you only have one xy here. What do? We can multiply the second equation by 1. We can multiply the second equation by 2. So the second equation multiplied by 2, we got 2xy equal to 4800 because it's the same as 2400 multiplied by 2. So now this will be the third equation, and this will be the fourth. So now we have 2xy on both sides. What we're going to do, we will we will 1 minus 2, I mean 3 minus 4. So the equation 3 will minus the equation 4. These two xy will cancel each other. So we will left with 2y squared equal to 200y minus 4800. And we're going to make this quadratic equation a general form, so we're going to let the right side equal to 0. So we move the 200y minus 200y plus 4800 equal to 0. And then we divide by 2 again to simplify. We get y squared minus 100y plus 2400 equal to 0. So you see, this is exactly the same as this equation. They are the same. But I use elimination method. So eventually you will get like y equal to 60 and x equal to 40, or x equal to 40, y equal to 60, something like that. So do anyone have questions so far? Do you all understand what I'm speaking? Alright, I'm happy if you all understand. So now we can continue with statement 3. Because this statement 3, you see it got short, even though it's short sentence, but it given me a lot of information. So many students they were afraid like long question, like they will see long question, they will be afraid to solve. Yeah, but it is actually not true. It depends on the information the question give. So actually the shorter the question, the lesser the information it gives. So eventually it will be hard to solve. But in this case we actually don't mind, because we will always get the x and y and then do something like that. So we will look at the question, statement 3. The difference between two numbers is 9, and the product of the two numbers is 96. Find the values of the numbers. So how are you going to do this? We don't know what's the two number, so we're going to let the two numbers with x and y and let them become a variable. So we continue. I'll use a different pen color. Okay. Alright, so the difference between two numbers is 9. This means that when a number minus another number, we will get 9. So x minus y equal to 9. This is our first equation. And the second equation, the product of two numbers is 96. This means that when we multiply two numbers together, we will get 96. So xy equal to 96, because x times y, and x and y are the things, are the numbers we are supposed to find. And now we got a similar case as the first one. We are going to use substitution method. So I'm going to use the y at this case. So from 1, y will equal to x minus 9. This will be very important for us later. And we look at the second equation, xy equal to 96. So from 2, xy equal to 96. And what is y? Y is equal to x minus 9. So if these are the same, we can substitute x minus 9 into the y. So we can write as x multiplied by x plus 9, right? Oh, x minus 9 equal to 96. So we distribute the x, we will soon get x squared minus 9x equal to 96. And we're going to make this quadratic equation a general form, means that we're going to let the right side become 0. So we move on 96, x squared minus 9x minus 96 equal to 0. So still the same, we're going to use calculator and press the mode 3 times, and then mode 3 times, and then press 1 for equation, and go to the right, and it will ask you for degree with question mark, and then press 2. This will help you solve the quadratic equation with the second power. So at this case, a will still be equal to 1 because there's nothing before the x. So a will be equal to 1, and b will be negative 9, and c will be negative 96. So after you insert that, you will find that the x1 is actually 15.28192,933. Yeah, and a lot number. But in my opinion, I think three three decimal places should be enough. So I'll write this as x equal to 15.282. You see 2819, right? Because if we make it to three decimal places, we're gonna make it we will make it will become 282. And we press enter again, we will see that x2 equal to negative 6.282. It's the same thing. So we now have 2x. Now we need to find the y. So what is y? Y equal to x minus 9. So now we're going to find the y because we found the x value. Since we have two x value, we must have two y values too. So now for the y, so y equal to x minus 9, y equal to x minus 9. And first, when x equal to 15.282, y equal to 15.282 minus 9. So this will get, we will get 6.282 for the first y. And for another value, we get x equal to negative 6.282. So when x equal to negative 6.282, y will be negative 6.282 minus 9. This will equal to negative 15.282. And that's it. We have both our solutions, but we still need to write the conclusion. So thus x equal to 15.282, y will be equal to 6.282. And when the second solution, the second x, which is negative 6.282, y will be equal to negative 15.282. And that is the answer. So far, anyone okay?
So I've got a question.
Sure, you can ask.
So if I get two x values, so I need to find y two values as well. Or do
Yes,
I have to wajib find two lah?
yes, it is logic. Because we found two solutions for a quadratic equation, this means that we must found two solutions, another solutions too.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Okay. So now we have finished the third three statement, and we'll continue with the question in the textbook. So I'll pick a random question. For this, I actually looked for a long time, and I just found that the simultaneous equation using a graphical representation method is actually rare to come out in the exam, because even though when it come out, it will give you the x and y values anyway. So all you need to do is just plot the x value. So don't worry about what point you need to plot, and what you need to do. Everything it will be given. Don't worry. Okay, we look at this. Okay, so I'm going to pick one question. Let's say I will pick boy. So now I will write this in the board. I will also give you all some time to do. Y plus x equal to 1. X plus 3y squared equal to negative 1. Oh my god. This call will end at 9 minutes. So after this, I will give another link. So you all will join at the same time. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Thank you. Okay. Now I'm going to solve this equation. So now we have a question. What we need to use x or y? In this case, if we pick x, like we used to substitute like x equal to something something, that this will be more convenient, because as you can see here, we only have x and we have y squared. So if you substitute y squared with it, we will substitute y equal to something something, you need to square the whole expression. So this will just make everything much complicated and harder to do. So now for this, I prefer you to use x. So 5y plus x equal to 1. So x equal to 1 minus 5y. And this will be important for us. And based on the second equation from 2, so x plus 3y squared equal to negative 1. So x plus 3y squared equal to negative 1. And what is x? X is also equal to this thing. So we will substitute this thing into the x. So 1 minus 5y plus 3y squared equal to negative 1. And this is a quadratic equation, so we need to make it a general form. We will need to let the right side equal to 0, so we're going to add 1 from both sides. And if we rewrite, we will get 3y squared minus 5y. 1 plus 1 minus minus 1 is 2, equal to 0. So we're going to solve this. So negative 1 minus negative 6. 1 minus negative 6 is negative 5. So 3y minus 2, y plus 1. Okay, so now we have two y's value. So y will be equal to negative 1 over 3, and y will be 2. So now we have two y values, but it's not done yet. We still have two x values. Remember, what is x? X equal to 1 minus 5y. So we're going to substitute both values of y for the x. So x equal to 1 minus 5y. But at the same time, y equal to two values. So when y equal to negative 1 over 3, x will be equal to 1 minus 5 times negative 1 over 3, and this will equal to this will equal to 8 over 3. So this will be our first solution. So for our second one, we will substitute negative 2 to the y. So x equal to 1 minus 5y, and y equal to negative 2, y equal negative 2. So x will be equal to 1 minus 5, negative 2. And x will be equal to 11. So now we have two solutions, like two value of x and y. So we're going to write a conclusion over here. Thus, when x equal to 8 over 3, wait, positive, negative, positive. Okay, so when x equal to 8 over 3, y equal to negative 1 over 3. Y equal to negative 1 over 3. And at the second value, when x equal to 11, y equal to negative, oh, y equal to 11. Y equal to negative 2. So this is the answer. So do you have any question? Like, do you confused about what I'm doing right here? If you all have any question, feel free to ask.
Value of y I got different.
You got different?
Yes.
Would you mind telling me your answer?
Y sama dengan 1 dan y sama dengan 2/3.
2/3. Okay, we can check the answers. We can check the answer to verify my answer is correct or not. Okay. So this is 3.4b. Two point four. Wait, 2.4. Oh, I see. I did some mistake. Oh no, sorry. 1 minus 5. That's 2 minus 5. I see. I did. I mess up the part right here. Hello.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry for the mistake I just did.
Okay.
E. X equal to negative 7 over 3. Y equal to 2 over 3. Alright, we should get x equal negative 7 over 3. X equal negative 7 over 3. Y equal to 2 over 3. X equal negative 4 and y equal to 1. I somehow did a mistake at the quadratic equation. Sorry. So let's continue to another question. Okay, we are going to solve this number 7 right here. So now student will probably see that this question is so long. Okay, I cannot do. No, this is actually not true. Every information is given right here. So let's read the equation. So the ascending board is moving in a circular manner, with the equation of its locus being 2x squared plus 4y squared plus 3x minus 5y equal 25. Meanwhile, a speedboat is moving along a straight line at equation y equal -1 plus 1 equal to 0 and the same with locus. So basically, the boat and the speedboat intersect with each other, and we need to find the point of intersection. So we need to start in this locus 2x squared plus 4y squared. 2x squared plus 4y squared plus 3x minus 5y equal 25, and y minus x plus 1 equal to 0. Okay, I'll pick the empty space. So this is a intensive practice 2.2 number 7. Okay, so it's given they give like 2x squared plus 4y squared plus 3x minus 5y equal 25. And the second one is y minus x plus 1 equals 0. I need to confirm first. Okay, so 2x squared plus 4y squared plus 3x minus 5y equal 25. Y minus x. Okay, so now we have two equations. Okay, so we always going to substitute our linear equation first. We are going to start from a linear equation, which is right here. So what we can do to this, y minus x plus 1 equals 0. So we are going to use a substitution, and at this case, looks like we have no choice because the x got square and y also got square. So either one is okay lah. So I will choose y. So I will substitute y. So y will be equal to x minus 1. And this will be important for us later. And now look at this equation. So 2x squared plus 4y squared plus 3x minus 5y equal 25. And first we're going to substitute all the y's into x minus 1. So I'm going to rewrite the y with x minus 1. 2x squared plus 4y squared plus 3 minus 5y plus 3x minus 5y. And for the equal to 25, we can move the 25 over here, equal to 0. So this is the general form of a locus. So now we're going to substitute all y's into the x minus 1. So 2x squared plus 4x minus 1 squared plus 3x minus 5x minus 1 minus 25 equals 0. Okay. So this is where all students will get messed up, even though they're very good at math. But sometimes they will still mess up the positive and negative, like I just did. So 2x squared plus 4, this will expand to x squared minus 2x plus 1 plus 3x minus 5x minus 5 minus 25 equal to 0. So now we need to open a bracket for the 4. 2x squared plus 4x squared minus 4 times 2, 8x plus 4 and 3x minus 5x minus 5 minus 25 is minus 30 equal to 0. So now we're going to gather all the x squared and x and the numbers. So we're going to check one by one. We have 2x squared and 4x squared. This gives us 6x squared. And also we got 8x, negative 8x plus 3x minus 5x. So negative 8x plus 3x minus 5x. This will give us like negative 10x. And for the numbers, we got 4 plus 4, negative 30. So so 4 minus 30 is negative 26. 4 minus 30. Yeah, negative 26 and equal to 0. So first we simplify this by dividing everything by 2. Okay, so now I'm going to use the mood and then equation to the right and then degree. And in this case, A will be 3 and B will be negative 5 and C will be negative 13. Oh wait. Wait, let me check the answers. Because I got some random integer solution, random non-integer solution. Seven. Okay. So 2. Oh wait, minus is plus. Oh my god. negative by negative. Okay, finally. C will be 8. C will be negative 8. So after you substitute, you will get 3x minus 8 and x minus x plus 1 equal to 0. So x equal to a over 3 and x equal to negative 1. So now we have both of the x values. We need to find the y values. So what are the y values? So y equal to x minus 1. So we're just going to minus 1 from this. So a over 3 minus 1 will just equal to a over 3 minus 1 just equal to 5 over 3. And negative 1 minus 1 is equal to negative 2. And that is the answer. So anyone have questions? I hope you all did the mistake like I did, because it's pretty common to me and somehow I cannot fix it. It's really dangerous because you will probably lose marks at the exam. So anyone have questions? Okay. Okay, we're going to do another one. Which will be, wait. This, I will do the C because it looks pretty weird. So I will copy the questions. Y equal to 3 minus x. 1 over x minus 1 over y equal to 2. Okay, I will start solving the question. So now where do we start? We can start from the linear equation. but we already have an integration prepared for us. Now, this is the problem. We have 1 over x minus 1 over y equal to 2. And this will be pretty complicated if you just multiply both sides by xy. But I prefer you to like I prefer you to multiply this by both sides by y. So just multiply 1 over x by y over y and 1 over y by x over x. So 1 over x y over y minus 1 over y by x over x. See, y over 1 will equal to 1 and x over x will equal to 1. So this will be, so nothing will change in the left side. The right hand side will be equal to 2. So after we get this, we got a common denominator of xy. And the left side we got a y, the right side we got a x. So we got this y minus x over xy equal to 2. So now we need to move this xy to here, and y minus x will be equal to 2xy. So once you see a xy, you know there will be another quadratic equation for us to solve, and we are going to substitute the y, all the y, with 3 minus x. So I'll substitute y equal to 3 minus x. So this 3 minus x will be here and here. So 3 minus x will be equal to 2. Oh wait, this is x, not y. 2x and y will be here. So 2x and multiply by the y, which is 3 minus x. So we will get 3 minus 2x here, and 2x multiplied by 3 is 6x, and 2x multiplied by x is negative 2x squared. And we need to make this the general form, so we need to either left or right equation become 0. So 2x squared minus 8x plus 3 equal to 0. So we got another quadratic equation. So this is not factorable. This is actually not factorable, so we cannot use this. And I got x equal to 3.581. 3.581, and the second solution is x equal to 0.419. It's actually 0.41886, but when you move to 3 decimal places, you have to increase the 8 to 9 or round off. Okay, so we got both the x. Now we need to get both the y. So what is y? Y equal to 3 minus x. So y equal to 3 minus x, and x equal to, when x equal to 3.581, y will equal to 3 minus 3.581, 3.581, which will be equal to negative 0.581. Yeah. And another one is x equal to 0.419. So it's still the same. But I go to 3 minus x equal to 0.419, 0.419, and our y value will be 3 minus negative, wait, oh, 3 minus 0, 0.419. And we will get 2.581. So for conclusion, x equal to 0.419 and y will be equal to 2.581. Wait, need to write this. And when x equal to 3.581, 3.581, y will be equal to negative 0.581. And that will be the answer that will be the solution for the question. So let's check the answer. This is a self-potential 2.4C. Self-potential 2.4C. Yes. So x equal to 3.511. In this case, it used 4 decimal places, but it actually varies because, like, when during exam, the answer actually have a range of the solution. So if your answer was in a range, you're actually correct. But I think they also will give some 3 decimal solutions too, because it was just the same if you round off the 4 decimal places. So there's nothing to concern here. And for our last question, I will continue with a caveat. So this is a caveat question from my book, and it looks pretty complicated. And if you have time, you can try it. Wait. Okay, it's not going to close. Okay, now I'm going to solve this caveat question. Okay, so the diagram below shows the landing pad of a helicopter in a circular piece of land A. The rectangle PQRS in a region covered by tar. Given the length of PQ is 4x, so we know that this is 4x. 4x meters. But we will actually sketch myself to after. And the length of QR is 6 meters. So we need to find equation for the area under the region which is not covered by the tar in the terms of pi and x. So I'm going to redraw the rectangle and the circle. never mind. Okay, so this will be the tar. And like question said, the PQ S R. So PQ is 4x meters, and the length of QR is 6 meter. So this is an auxiliary rectangle. So if it's a rectangle, then PS will be the same as QR, and cannot erase. Oh, and PQ will actually the same length as SR. So now we need to find equation for area of the region. So now we have the sketch, and we need to find the area of the region. So how do we find? We need to use the area of the circle minus the area of the rectangle. Well, the area of rectangle is easy, but how do we find the area of circle first? So to find the area of circle, we must have the radius, right? So it didn't given us a radius, so we had to solve for ourselves. So let's just assume that this is a radius, and then if I connect the radius to this will be R, and if I connect the radius to this will be R2. And look at this. If this is a rectangle, look, if a rectangle, we have a 90-degree angle over here, right? So if this is a 90-degree angle, this means that we can use the Pythagoras theorem to find the radius of the circle. So we actually have 2r here, so we can write the equation number 1. Never mind. So 2r, what? So 2r equal to this square, this side square plus this side square. So 2r square equal to 4x square plus 6 square. So from now, is there any questions? Oh. From now, is there any questions from the steps I just did?
No.
All right. So now we have 2r square equal to 4x square plus 6 square. So so 4r square will be equal to 4 square is 16, and x square will be x square, and 6 square is 36. So we got 4r square equal to 16x square plus 36. So we will need the r square for the area of the circle. So r square will be equal to 16x square plus 36, all divided by 4. And r square will be 4x square plus 9. And then the area of the circle will be pi r square. So we just multiply both sides by pi. So a pi here, a pi here, and a pi here. So this will be the area of the circle. This pi r square is actually the area of this circle. So now we found that pi r square is equal to 4x square plus 9 pi. But that's not the answer. We actually need to find the area which is not covered by the tar, which is this rectangle over here. So we need to find the area of the rectangle, which will be just base times height. I mean length times width. So area uncovered would be 4x squared plus 9 pi minus the area of the rectangle. So the length is 4x and the width is 6. So it will be 24x minus 24x. Yep, and that will be the answer. Just need to add meters square at the end. Okay, so we can check the answer. So it's 4 pi x squared plus 9 pi minus 24x. So it just distribute the pi into the 4x squared and 9. So it's actually the same. Now for a second question. If the total perimeter of the land A is 5 pi sub 2 x meter, find the possible area of the region which is not covered by tar. So what is land A? The land A is the circle. So we can understand the total perimeter of the land A as the circumference of the circle. So what's the circumference? 2 pi r. So now we have another equation. Alamak, why this happened? Alright, never mind. I'm gonna make a new one. Okay. So if the total perimeter of land A is 5 pi so 2x meter square, 2x meter, find the possible area of region which is not covered by tar. So like I said, the land A is actually the circumference of a circle. So we can say that 2 pi r is equal to 5 pi 5 pi so 2x. Okay. Uh, and the area is covered by tar. Wait, let me cancel out the pi and pi. And r will be 5 sub 2x over 2. Okay, so let me copy the area first. 4 4x plus 9 pi 4x squared plus 9 pi minus 24 pi meter square. So the area uncovered will equal to 4x squared plus 9 pi and minus 24x. So now we have r and we have the area uncovered. What we need to do, we need to we need to find a value of r. So from the pi r square, we're going to look at the area of circle. Wait, no. Pi r square. Here. Pi r square equal to 4x squared plus 9. So our area of circle, pi r square, is 4x squared plus 9 pi. And we need to find the r, so this is actually not important. So what is r squared? So r is actually equal to this number from the area of the circle. We know that r is this value, so r squared, we just need to square this whole value. So r squared is actually 5 sub 2x over 2, 5 sub 2x over 2 squared equal to 4x squared plus 9. From here, can anyone understand what I'm doing? Any questions? All right. So r squared will be this whole thing squared. So how do we square this thing? So 5 squared will be 25, and the 2 squared will be 4, and the square root of 2x squared will be remain as 2x. So this will be 4x squared plus 9. And now we have another quadratic equation. So let's first distribute this thing. So 50x over 4 equal to 4x squared plus 9. So we multiply by 4. 50x equal to 16x squared plus 36. So now we're going to make this quadratic equation general form. This means that either left or right side will be 0. So 16x squared plus, minus 50x plus 36 will be equal to 0. Yeah. And we can divide by 2. 8x squared minus 25x plus 18 will be equal to 0. And I will press the calculator, use the mode, and press equation, press 1, go to degree, and then type 8. A is 8, A is equal to 8, B is equal to negative 25, and C will be equal to 18. So we found a solution. First will be x minus 2, and the second one will be 9 over 8, which can be written as 8x minus 9. So now we have two x values. We need to find another two y values. So now x will be, what is x? We speak about so long. What is x? So x is actually a part of the area uncovered right here. 4x squared plus 9 pi minus 24x. So So actually, this case, we need to find is the area. So when x equal to 2, the area will be substitute the 4x squared plus 9 pi minus 24x, and it asks like for use pi equal to 3.142. So we're just going to use 3.142 for pi. So this will be become 4x squared, which is 2 squared plus 9, and multiplied by the 3.142, and minus 24, 2. Okay, so pressing this as a calculator will give us 4 squared plus 9. We will get 30.55, 30, 30.55 meters square. So this is one of the area. So we look at the question again. So find the possible area for the region. So if possible, means that the solution will not be only one. So since we just get a quadratic equation, we got two x values. This means that we must have two y values. So let's find another y value. Let's find another area. So what is the second value of the x? Is 9/8. So okay, so when x equal to 9/8, x equal to 9/8, the area will be 4 times 9/8 4 times 9/8 square plus 9 multiplied by 3.142 minus 24 times 9.8. 9/8. So pressing this calculator will give us 4. So we will get 17.184,375, but we will write in 3 decimal places, or 2 decimal places if you like. It's actually acceptable. So I will write 3 decimal places, 184 meters square. So that's my conclusion. We have both solution, and so thus when x equal to 2, the area would be 30.55 meters square. Unit is very important, because if you didn't write unit, you might lose marks or just get 0 from that. So area would be 17.184 meter square. So let's check the answer, see if it's correct or not. Yes, the answer is correct. And any questions before I end this tuition? So got any question about the nonlinear equation? Any why not 8 divided with 2? Wait, 8 divided with 2? I'm sorry, I don't understand what 8 divided with 2. Hmm. Could you... Oh, yang 8 sama dengan 5 tu sekali. Oh, you mean what? AX. Wait, no. Do you mean question A or C? A times 25 to... Oh, this right here. Wait,
Yes, yes.
this. Is this what you mean? 8 times 25. Is it okay now? Okay. All right. So it's 9:31 already. So I guess today our class will be right here. So I'll end the class here. So thank you all for joining and listening to my class. I know I made a lot of mistakes, so I'm sorry for this too. Thank you, everyone.